Hi, this is Helix, and this is my first voice tutorial on Cinema 4D text and how to get some good results. Alright, so first what you do is you grab your text and give it a name. For this one I'll be using Helix. Make it smaller, of course. Choose a decent font. For this one I'll just be using Bebas. When it loads, so just choose a nice looking font. Give it some depth. Give it a nice 1 centimeter fillet gap. Then what you want to do is you want to duplicate the layer for backup and hide that one just in case you mess up and need to go back. Duplicate it again and get an atom array. Drag the text into the atom array, then put the atom array to a 1, 1. And as you can see, you get this nice little effect around the text, which then if you put a texture on, you can see it gives that nice little border effect, which then stands out. So next what you want to do is you want to grab your text, go to plugins, browser, give it a nice, 50 pieces, is what I like to do, and break. And once it's broke, you're going to give it a slight break, just to give it a nice crack effect, but not too much. Hopefully it'll be done in a few minutes. Once it's done, you simply go to MoGraph and get a random effect. And mine is done. So I'll go to MoGraph, Effector, Random Effector, turn on all these pieces, and then put the random effector down to about 4, 3, about 4, and 3 will do. And what you want to do is you want to copy the hidden layer, unhide it, drag it back a little bit. But first what you want to do is you want to colour it the same colour as you did the outline. Then you want to drag it back just ever so slightly. And decrease it to a 1 and a 1. And as you can see, it like comes through a tiny bit, which then gives it a nice effect. If you look at it from a slant. That's a simple frowsy text. It looks decent if you do it right, and it gives a nice little effect. Something else you want to do, you can download the plugin ReaperX. Press C, unhide the layer first. Press C, open it up, and then you'll get each one of these paths. Select each one, drag them out, and duplicate this 4 more times, and drag each path into a ReaperX. Like so. Then you want to put the radius down to a 1. Put the strands down to 1. Then decrease the distance a tiny little bit. And then pull it back ever so slightly. Like that. Then put a simple texture in each one. Like that, and as you can maybe pull it forward a tiny little bit again. And as you can see, you get just about a faint effect, but I'm just gonna put the radius up a bit. As you can see, you get the wire effect going in and out of the text, and it looks pretty decent in the final piece. And as you can see, for this grey here, what I should have done to start with is I should have textured the MoGraph before I browse it, but oh well. Then, if you want to give it an extra bit, and what you want to do is you want to get a greebler, so plugins, greebler, and greebler. Then another MoText, unhide it, put it into the greebler, and then go into import selection textures, put it down to a 2, 2, and put this on 15, 15, and then what you want to do is you want to just slowly drag that back, maybe put it on a bit higher, so like 5, 5, like that. As you can see, it gives a nice little effect around the back, which I used on Jacob's signature on RevX forums. And it gives it a nice little effect. The final thing that I do to most of mine is I grab the MoText, I select children, make editable, select children, make editable, select children, connect to objects, and delete. Then as you can see, it gives it a null layer. Then what you want to do is go to MoGraph and grab a cloner and drag it under the null MoText. Then change the mode from linear to object. Then if you go to the objects, grab a platonic and then make it smaller. About that should do, really small. Then drag the platonic onto the cloner, and as you can see, it's going around the outside. So what you want to do next is go into the cloner, put it on from vertex to surface, then put the count to 50. Then drag your texture onto the cloner, and as you can see, you got a few of these like diamond things around, which you can then MoGraph effect to random effector. Turn it down, and as you can see, you get these mini diamond things flying about. You can always turn the count up if you want, or down. I like 150. Then if you give this a quick pre-render, of course, because I didn't use the like grungy texture I used before, it's just gonna look like a normal plain grey, just a normal boring grey. Suppose if I change this a bit, put it on to 3, put the reflection onto 3, same with this one. Put it on 3, put it on 3, make it a bit more darker. Maybe it's a bit too dark. Something roughly like that. Let's just make it perfect, just for the sake of it. And that's the exact same. Then what you want to do is you want to grab the platonic. You just want to drag it back a tiny little bit, and as you can see, it's the same color. Then give it a quick pre-render. Then hopefully this should turn out as I planned. It won't be exactly the same as I do the others because I spend more time on it, but just for the sake of the tutorial, it's just going to be a simple one. And as you can see, I've got a slow rendering computer, so I'll wait till it's rendered and I'll pause the video. Alright, so I'm back and now it's fully rendered, and as you can see, it's got a nice little hint of glow on the texture that I used. And as you can see, the Greebler in the background gives it a nice little touch to the text, stands out a bit more. And as you can see around these small little platonics, which give it just an extra touch really, an extra effect. And the repress going in and out, very thin strands, just gives it a nice little touch, makes it look altogether nice. This is just completely basic. There is a lot more advanced you can do in Cinema 4D. Just wanted to get a little series started with some Cinema 4D, maybe some Photoshop tips for people who need the help and some people who need this sort of stuff to help them progress. Most people should already know this, but like I said, for those who don't, this is just to help out, and I hope it does. The textures I use, you won't get the same effect because mine is a bought one off a pack. So yeah, but a normal green, any normal texture, glow texture will look great. And if you use a nice grungy, a grungy texture for this grey, will look really nice, like I did for Jacobs. So yeah, I just want to say a few little things. Like I said, I'm going to be starting a new series about this with tutorials. So on the Revex forums, I'm going to leave a poll open, and I want your thoughts and feedback on what I should do next. So yeah, hope this helps, and I hope people who need the help can progress from this, and I hope it helped. So thanks for watching and enjoy.